But I'm very curious why Explodapalooza over NAPD.
Play
That's
both.
what I'm seeing.
I play both.
I know, but I've seen people only doing one or the other. But like they're kind of like I would rather have them pay 4 versus me gain 5. Even in like even if a kill deck, I've seen Haarpsichord Zilix. I know maybe someone can explain to me better, but like I think it's always better for the runner to be like, you have to pay this, versus if I gain more money, the swing's about the same.
Honestly, the deck I play has both, and it's for that reason. You just want to create as much of a money differential as possible.
Yeah.
Even if you're going,
So
whether
you
it's
play
the Psycho route, I play both.
But isn't it hard to score out a 4 for 2?
Psychographics. Psychographics doesn't care. Oh, yeah, I'm doing the psychographics. It doesn't care.
How many Gutenberg, how many Data Ravens?
For that one, I'd have to look back. I think Data Raven was the preferred ice of choice. Yeah. But yeah, it is definitely something where, psychographics is just, I think in the new box, once Data and Destiny comes out especially, I feel like there's so many good tagging options available that I think you're going to see that card come back in a big way.
Yeah, Data Raven is, not Data Raven, Data and Destiny is just a nonsense.
It's great.
You might as well they should have put in a card that every runner has to install, like a directive before they start the game that says you are tagged. Yeah. Not paparazzi, but it says you are tagged.
You're just
deal
tagged.
with it.
Just deal with it.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to be after Dan Destiny comes out. And Simon Money makes a good point. You don't have to steal NAPD. So you don't have to take the differential. With Explodapalooza, the differential will occur. Yeah,
so interesting. We got to look at Travis's opening hand. I saw Clone Chip, so I think we know where our influence is going on Travis's side, which is always helpful. Obviously Eliot doesn't know that yet. But so far we got ice on R&D and naked install. So let's see what we're working with from Eliot's side. I'm curious to see which way he has gone for Haarpsichord. So he's drawn up. Oh, I see a mid-seasons in hand. So we're going to see him bait Travis out, see if he takes it, or see if I think a Katie Jones in hand. So we'll see if Travis decides to get aggressive and check that remote. I assume he suspects the mid-seasons play as well, or if let's see if he just decides to hang back and try to get Katie online. He's also got an important card. I see a Vamp in his hand. That could be extremely. Oh wow! Just decides to go straight up for the Vamp.
Wow.
Very big.
That is nasty.
Yeah. Now he's gonna look. Let's see. He's getting into R&D. Oh, gets Astro. Gets paid off in a major way. Clears the tag.
Wow.
I think he cleared the tag.
No, it's still there.
Okay, I saw him pay. I thought I saw him pay 2, but maybe I'm wrong. There we go. Yeah, I saw him paid it 2. All right, so we see the traffic accident in hand, but we see Travis with an I've had worse, which is, I think, auto-included to most Anarch decks. And here's the thing. I mean, now Eliot, he's got the marked accounts going, but he's poorer than Travis technically.
Yeah, he's off the foot.
Travis is going to be going,
he's like quick as neck there. He knows he's off on, not on the best start ever.
Does he have double traffic accident in hand, though? That could be relevant.
That's a great card. Sweeps Week is a great card here for him. That's how he's going to bounce back. And hopefully...
Yeah, we got the Katie going.
Travis tries to play out most of his hand here, so the Sweeps Week's not as potent.
Especially when you're holding the I've had worse. I mean, you don't mind keeping a 4-card hand because then you get a 50-50 shot that if they do try to traffic accident you, if they can land the tags, they're going to hit the I've had worse, and then it kind of fizzles their kill combo.
Did he toss legwork?
It milled it to Max.
Oh.
Yeah. Max burns through some cards. Believe me.
Yeah.
She doesn't discriminate. She will burn whatever you got in your deck.
It's unfortunate. Like some games in Max you just can't levy or anything.
Yeah.
I was playing Ross the other day and he milled both his same old things, all the deja vus and the levy. Yeah. And I was like, yep, I'm gonna win here.
She does that sometimes. You trade raw power level for variance, and it's a trade that once you play with her enough, you will have the occasional game where she just dumps every card that you need into the archives. But she also draws you all the cards, and when you have the recursion to be able to get it back, that's a price you're willing to pay.
Someone in the chat asks, "Is that Bagbiter?" I hope not. Not again.
No,
it's not going to happen twice.
I can't do Bagbiter twice. Not Max Bagbiter.
My brain can only take so much Bagbiter.
So we got Daily Business Show clicking away. So rough start for Eliot, but he's got some money. He's stabilizing a little bit. So now I'm curious whether or not he tries to build up. I don't imagine that Travis is going to go back quickly before he feels like he's safe for mid-seasons.
I mean, he wants to get an ice for HQ as soon as possible. Yeah. Because you've seen a Vamp. I mean, there might be siphons.
Recursion.
There could be siphons. There could be crazy stuff out there. You don't want. Actually, siphons less likely now after you see a legwork. Because the influence doesn't work out as well.
Yeah, the influence, I think, once we can see the clone chip in Travis's hand. If you're going to go siphon, you need to go hard on the siphon plan.
Yeah. But, like, even though getting vamped again is not pleasant.
No, it's not. And you do have to be cognizant of that as Eliot. I mean, if you're looking across from Max, you've got the recursion.
HQ open again.
All right, so we got liberated. I've got to imagine at this point, Travis just hangs back and gets some money because there is nothing good waiting for him at this moment when you've got a credit differential in Eliot's favor. And if you try and steal an agenda, it's either going to be Explodapalooza, NAPD, something that's going to cost you more money. So, I like this.
Liberate's a good play here. Set up for the long game.
Yeah.
And Max is really good at that as well. He's going to do some work here. Like, what he really wants to see is a data sucker.
Yeah. Get
that started going. Because the HQ has free runs right now.
Yeah,
install a data sucker, gain some data suckers.
He might be, the hard part is, though, if you access an Explodapalooza or something on that run at HQ, well, then you just snowballed him. True.
Fine. Let him have it. Like, you go to 4-0.
Yeah, but that's where it's dangerous, right?
Haarpsichord is dangerous when, like, you guys are even on agendas and they're getting set up. If you're ahead, like, you're really ahead against Haarpsichord because you just need 2 more agendas.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which way Eliot goes with this. Does he still think that mid-seasons is his best path to victory? Does he start to try and build a remote server? I've got to imagine he's built his deck in a way where it's light on ice.
I would try to sneak out here.
So sweeps week. So yeah, just continuing to build that money lead. But I imagine when he passes turn, Travis has just got to hit that liberated hard and Katie.
HQ is a fun place to go.
So let's see what we do.
Max Mill Imp, that sucks. Grimoire. That sucks kind of too. He already milled 1 Grimoire. I don't know how many Grimoires.
Daily cast, we got liberated money, and then we got Katie. I mean, I like just clearing this out. Don't let yourself get killed. You've drawn enough money to not have to worry about it.
I think he forgot to take his daily cast money.
I think so as well.
No, daily cast every day.
So they're fairly close on money for the time being. Imp would have been nice earlier to get those marked accounts or the daily business show off the table, but
it seems Travis has kind of figured he needs to slow down a bit, be less aggressive. Did he see any of the Scorch stuff?
I don't think so.
Or is he just assuming it's a Scorch build?
I think you do. I think you're either going the psychographics way or the mid-season way. I think those are the 2 ways and choices that you have. So we finally get some protection on HQ.
So draws the card to pop up, or no, that's wraparound. And that's I missed it. He flipped over that HQ ice, and ices HQ some more.
Yeah, I mean, there's not. I imagine the style of deck he has built is one where he's either playing naked remotes, or he is just very light ice like a Data Raven or something to try and bait the run. So I think trying to ice up your centrals is about all he's going to really be interested in.
Click 1 is face check HQ, or he just pointed at it for no other reason. I mean R&D. Data Raven.
Uh-oh.
And the run. Put a Parasite on it.
Yeah, I think Parasite, you're in no rush.
All right, run some HQ action. It's probably just going to res the wraparound. Or let him in.
Really thinking about it.
No res. No res.
Right.
Wants him to come in. I think he wants him to take an agenda. Does he have the money to do the mid-season action? No, there's a C-Source.
Oh, wow. He's got all the tagging stuff.
So he can cast C-Source. He doesn't have... Travis is ahead on the money anyway.
Yeah.
And he's loading up some Katie. So
we've got Daily Business Show. Take a look at what he's got. See what he wants.
So what do you think here? If he clicks both the mark accounts here, right? Because one's at 1, one's at 0. Do you trash or no?
I wouldn't. I think at this point it's too much of a hit for Travis. I think this is a game that could very easily snowball if he scores another agenda.
But you think the thing with Max is though their money comes in.
I would do it with Imp if he wants to use that clone chip on Imp. I would be fine.
That's actually pretty good.
But that's a decision he's got to make.
I would. You could Imp one, trash the other because like watch as Max, you get money a lot and like this but you go in bursts.
Yeah.
You have a huge sweep of money and then you kind of lull for a while. During that lull, the Corp can actually take advantage of it pretty well. So I think it might be smart to get rid of some of this stuff, or maybe at least a DBS.
He does need to be careful because, if he runs, he's seen C-Source, so he does know that even if on a non-score. But I do think it's worth imping.
Install Imp, go get the DBS then. Yeah. Get something. I think that's a good play because then you can get something else next turn if he doesn't purge, and he's not going to purge.
I agree.
He may for one,
But you're ahead then if you purges too.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard call, but because you know that's what his build is. Like he's going to kill you.
That's right.
And you can. There's only so long. Like you're ahead on money right now. You could afford to do right now. Net ready eyes.
Net ready. I don't know that I want that because he's got that I've had worse in hand. That's a tough choice to make of. Do I hit the I've had worse?
I'm surprised he didn't put the Parasite on the Data Raven last turn.
Like I agree with that.
Like one of the end game plans for Max is the medium craziness.
Yeah.
At least
I do agree with that.
Make that start happen. Now he reses the wraparound. So I guess that might be a tell-ish.
I would agree.
Because he didn't res it last turn.
Yeah.
Let him in. Now he resed it.
So he's going to break.
What's happening here? Okay, he has the Croters.
I mean, clearly with C-Source, you know the type of deck you're facing. You know it's a kill deck at this point. I don't think there's any doubt in Travis's mind exactly what he's playing against. I think he's trying to get the imp.
He's at 12.
Yep.
And he's at 13. This is actually this is a strong run, actually, because now he's probably imping to get rid of the kill.
Yeah, he's going to try and get the meat damage out.
And he hits the mid-season.
Yep,
Huge hit here. Now he takes Katie. That's smart because he knows he still has the C-Source in hand. And now he stays ahead on money. These are smart plays right here.
Yeah.
And then he's still going to get the daily cash trickling. So he's playing very methodically. Like he's just making sure he can't get killed, taking out little things as he can. I think that's a better use of the imp than probably getting the marked accounts. Still debatable on the whole business show still taking it, but I hope he'll go get it next turn. Because you've got one more imp counter. Go use it on the daily business show.
All of us have played against the NEH, Butcher Shop, or the meat damage variety. I mean, this plays much the same like it. You're just sacrificing increased card draw from NEH for the protection that Haarpsichord gives you, being able to just cough up all your Astros in one turn.
Yeah.
So I think the way to always play that is make sure you've got the money lead. To the extent you've got I've had worse, keep that in hand. Be patient with it. The turn, having played this matchup a lot as Max, the turn you have to be the most cautious of is right about here when your deck gets thin to where if you were to trigger I've had worse, you couldn't draw enough cards. There's not enough cards left in the deck. So he does have to be careful when he levies. But I think right now...
He trashes the Enigma gets res, Bolt. He trashes the, what's it called instead? The wraparound.
Wraparound. Interesting.
That's interesting. It's only a credit tax. It's not...
Kind of with you. I like parasiting the data raven a little bit more.
Because actually that forces him to make a choice. Because you're probably running Mimic.
Yes.
So then it's going to stay in the range. If he doesn't purge, it stays within range for you to go through it.
With that.
And if he eventually has to purge or lose his data raven link, because if you look at it right now, that data raven basically says you cannot run R&D.
It's in the run, yeah.
It says do not run R&D. Yeah.
So they're back equal on money for the moment. Okay, so Eliot's got a slight lead, but at the same point in time, I think that the problem is Travis has shown the discipline to not get himself killed, and with imp on the board, and we haven't seen another clone chip out yet, but he's going to be able to
install that same old thing.
One.
That's an instant install.
Yeah.
We all know what happens if you don't do that.
Oh, yes.
And he's running the he goes and gets the daily business show. Smart stuff. Load some more Katie.
Yeah, being patient. No reason.
Be patient, yeah. No
because
reason to rush.
Because here's the thing, is when you've proven that you can play against Haarpsichord and not get yourself killed, Travis is forcing Eliot to have to figure out a way to score.
And he's got Mimic in hand now, and he probably thinks maybe he can get Data Sucker to do it instead of getting the Parasite, but he's going to need something, and I think he wants to start. Like, he really wants to install another clone chip, and then, because he got Scale Melting on the board, so he doesn't have to worry about the leviness. So he wants to install a clone chip, get a Data Sucker, and start running R&D. Clone chip out the median.
Or the other way, the cool thing about when you're playing against these NBN kill decks, if the game can go long enough, they've got to make a choice. They've drawn enough cards to where they've either got to keep all the meat damage cards and tagging cards in their hand, or they've got to keep agendas in their hand. Because you can't, your hand size is what it is. You're going to get to the point where Eliot's got to make a decision of, do I keep holding on to the hope that I'm going to be able to kill him? Or if I have 3 agendas in my hand, do I have to put those in archives and bury those in hope for Jackson? Because it gets tough to manage their hand after a certain point. Yeah,
that's rough. He mills a clone chip, but he gets a Deja Vu instead.
Deja Vu's fine.
He's okay there. Now he's probably thinking about, what do I Deja Vu?
Yeah. I do think, getting either, if you were to burn off that imp somehow, if you were to get, Imp Parasite would be sweet here if he's got it.
I think he's going to go for it. He's going to install, that's the right play. Install Parasite and get Imp.
I like that a lot. So
you install the Parasite on this Data Raven, trashing your Imp.
Yep.
And then you go from there.
I like this.
Or install Imp. Okay, we're going the Imp route. We're just imping everyone. It's okay. Probably going to imp the econ.
Yeah, I like that at this point.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way he loses.
Yeah, okay. Even, yeah, he's doing both. He's doing both. Now the only thing he has to worry about, he made a run.
Yes. C-Source is live. Does he take off Katie? I'm curious. So marked accounts needs to be loaded up again. Eliot's got a nice credit pile, but no daily business show. So we just drew another one. This is the part of the game where it does get a little dicey for the NBN player. Is just he either has to know, all right, C-Source, does he think he's got it?
I mean, he's got enough to tag, but what's his name has I've
had worse. But here's the thing is, this is where it always gets tense, right? If you lead with the traffic accident, there is a chance you don't hit it.
He paid a lot of money there. I think it was obviously $14.
Yeah. I think he feels like this is it for him.
Oh, he's doing Scorch first.
Oh, no. This is not the card you lead with.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts. No, he has to draw first. No, he doesn't. Oh, it's Scorch.
Yeah, you have to trigger. You have to
I'm a
fire
bad player. Don't worry about me.
So draw 3, 2, 3. Another I've had worse. He's getting all the protection.
Yeah.
Players, this is, if you haven't played this matchup before, if you have traffic accident and Scorch, you always lead with the traffic accident because the chance of hitting, the 1 in 5, if you only hit 2 cards and then you kill them with the Scorch, you always do that.
Oh, wow. Lead the traffic
That
accidents.
is a game. That could have been the game.
It would have been, I think. If he didn't hit, right, he kills him.
That's,
he insta-kills.
game.
Like, it's not like he maybe kills. Also, he cannot
he didn't have the 2
accidents.
tags. You're right.
We are also
right.
very unaware of how the game works.
You're right.
So he was going for the double Scorch.
Yeah.
Probably.
This
Definitely. He has to have 2 Scorch in
This is
hand.
where that mid-season imp earlier is
Actually,
rough.
that happened to me once where someone, what's it called? Played. It was so awkward. Someone played. No, it was punitives. It was the weirdest punitive plays. Whatever. That's something else. This is this and now. So yeah, he can't do the traffic accidents.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. But I mean, C-Source. I get why you play it because
I guess he's just hoping. I guess he's just hoping he didn't have it.
Yeah.
Like he's hoping he didn't have. I've had worse the protection. It's possible he doesn't.
It's true.
Maybe he might have seen one milled. I don't know. I don't know what's in the trash. And
yeah, I'm curious to see whether Travis cares.
If I am Travis here,
damage.
I install because you went low crest. I installed Data Sucker. And run. You have one in your hand. Run 4 times at archives. I mean, install data for run 3 times at archives. Next turn, go trash. Data Raven. Win the game. Win the game.
All right, it's going to try and imp whatever's there. Yeah, I'd take that all day. Don't let him get back in this game with the.
I'm pretty sure he had a Data Sucker in hand. Oh, danger.
Too
Gotta
good
clear
to be
that
true.
Tag. Cleared that tag.
Yeah. Just needs to protect himself.
Yeah, he does have a
Don't
Data
get
Raven
crazy.
in hand. Need to not Data Raven, Data Sucker. You need to install that card.
I've got to imagine Travis is thinking in the back of his mind when you've got, I think he's just got 2 cards left in his deck. You do need to get to the point with Max where you need to set up this levy. If for no other reason, I've had worse is not going to work if you've got no cards left in deck. So we'll see what Eliot, you got to, if you're Eliot, you fired off the Scorched Earth. You got to have a plan to get back in this game. Because one agenda turn on the board is not going to get it done. I think Travis has shown that he's disciplined enough to play around this. So I've drawn up a Jackson.
Install Jackson, draws 2. You know what I love about NEH? When you install that Jackson, you get a card.
You get a card.
And then you draw 2. So good.
All right, so we got a levy. We got to do something to get some cards back in deck.
Yeah.
Because I think you just levy and let this Data Raven tick off another turn and make him try to ice R&D.
Yeah. I think you install your other Net Ready Eyes. I'm pretty sure you had one in hand. You install the Data Sucker for sure before you levy.
Yeah. And I'm cool with Net Ready as well. I don't disagree.
Yep, runs 3 times. Best play ever. Or 1 time. I don't know how many times you pointed.
You definitely want to get Jackson off the board, if nothing else.
Or just get them Data Suckers. Because Ichi's got 3. I mean, not Ichi. Data Raven's got 3 Parasite counters. 1 more kills it. So good. So even if you you can't purge here anyway. Like that's one of the best things about when you get your Data Sucker running. If archives is empty, you can't purge.
Take the turn off.
Yeah, because if you purge, it's like, oh, I'll run here again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and just
what did you
start
accomplish?
over again?
Yeah,
that's right.
We're just gonna play this again.
Yeah, it's interesting. Travis looking real hard at this. I definitely would want to.
That's one of the reasons icing archives, even if you're not like a corp that cares about archives, you kind of have to just to turn off that strategy. And he sees an Explodapalooza. He lets him have it.
He gives him the money.
Why?
That's interesting. Is he going to try in mid-seasons? I don't know.
You can't afford it. No, he
work
doesn't have the money for it. Why?
Is Travis going to levy, though?
He has to levy. That's not a question. Like he doesn't have to do it now. He has to do it eventually. That's. Oh.
I would be worried.
Oh. No, it's not possible. I was thinking maybe that face down is like what's it called, breaking news, but it's not advanced, so you can't kill him that way. Like why?
I'm not sure.
Why would you let him have it? You have Jackson. Unless he forgot that Jackson is there. I'm not.
Mid-Seasons is not online at this point.
Now Jackson's. I'm so confused.
I mean, he may be trying to. I don't know
I'm
what his
so
path
confused.
to victory is.
Like,
I think we can say he's given up
I understand
on the
you
plan.
you let him have it, like take these split pools if it's going to put you in range of the midseason or range of the kill, but you're not in the range of the kill. Travis has 18 credits to your 2 dice, so that's 9. There's a 5 and a 4, I think. I don't see how you.
Because he didn't shuffle back in the Scorched Earth, so
He shuffled back only econ.
Yeah.
Like there was sweeps and 2 hedges, I think. I don't even know.
I don't know what he thought because mid-season
He
doesn't
just
work because if he scores
the bottom
anything,
card is a Beal. He took
wins.
something else. He took a mid-season. That's the first card. I don't know if it's the top. He has a mid-season. You can't cast it, though. You just take money? I don't understand what just happened. I think he made a mistake. Maybe he wasn't thinking
I think
properly.
mid-seasons is not – I mean, mid-seasons is a dead card right now because one more score wins the game. I mean, yeah, 2 good be shrews out there, but – you know, I think if I'm Eliot, it's safe to say that I assume that the next agenda he accesses is going to be the game-winning agenda. So at that point, I mean, I don't know that his deck's got another gear outside of meat damage because scoring, trying to bluff out agendas isn't going to work.
This is a dangerous turn.
Yeah.
This is a turn that Data Raven dies.
Okay, Levy. Get Levy back. That's all you want to do. Just get some cards back in hand.
Yep.
Pull Levy out. Get back in the game. Find that medium. Do whatever you need to do. I mean, at this point, you can get Imp.
Levy. Doesn't the same old thing go in the deck as well? Click, trash, cast, Levy.
You may not see it off the side. Okay.
He's cheating.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
shovels
he's
it back.
got it.
There you go. As a fellow Max player that often gets forgotten of, you put the Levy back in the deck and put the same old thing out of the game. But
I had a fun experience with Levy where, you know that new Jinteki Pavilion? I was telling you about this before. So I had levied, and the Jinteki Pavilion was out that says you can only draw 2 cards a turn. Guess how many cards you draw with Levy? Just
2 cards.
2 cards. It was brutal.
Which is hard.
It was hard.
Levy's not cheap. You want that full
I had
grip
a Levy.
of cards.
I was playing Kate. I had a Levy, but it was like the grind deck. I was playing Pacers IG deck. It takes forever.
Yeah. The biggest part of
he's got his
playing
vamp back.
against genomics is trying not to die of boredom.
Yeah, this is a bad thing for what's his name?
Yeah, Eliot. I mean, there's no path.
I like
out.
how I don't know anymore.
I mean, Travis just needs to be disciplined. Check R&D once a turn, early in the turn. Clear tags if you don't win enough. You know, if you hit a snare, whatever may be there. You just got to be disciplined.
That
He's
Grimoire,
clearly shown
though,
discipline.
this guy's never going to get his Grimoire. He doesn't think he needs it, though. That's game. No, what is that?
I mean,
that's worthless. That's a 3. I think that's a new thing that gives him. That's why he's reading it.
He may just be trying to bluff out agendas.
It gives him he removed Levy Artemis.
Waste his time.
It's the thing. That's
there
game.
it is.
That's the asset there is the one that lets you gain a point if you score an agenda.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, or something.
Well, good game for both these players. I mean, Travis clearly showing the discipline. We had that one big turn where Scorched Earth. I mean, it hit the I've had worse, and the game kind of snowballed out of control from there.
All right,
and that happens. You know, you got to protect yourself. Travis showed the discipline that you need when you're playing against the Scorch decks. So, good game. Good, I think, prescriptive way to look at the matchup. So that is round 2 for us. Fun match to watch.
Yeah.